Raiders back on their 40 and attacking this right side with Leroy Lars.
It's been very deliberate, hasn't it, in the opening couple of sets of this, working down this right-hand touchline.
Now they come back to the centre. And Smith playing with time. Now he's looking for someone inside. It's Schifowski. It is the last tackle. Schifowski through the centre. Needs to release this football. Can't do it. And a change over 35 metres out from the line.
He doesn't rush with anything he does, Jason Smith. Takes his time. Created a little half chance there, but Clinton Schifowski didn't realise it was the last play, or at least wasn't prepared to risk it. There he is, the playmaker, Jason Smith. Chip away, and I like the second phase football. Leroy Lars gets it out the back. That gets the Dragons' defence disorganised, and quick decision by Jason Smith, knowing it was the last tackle, and came up with a great kick that forces a line drop out and a repeat set of 6.
And Raiders fans finding their voice now. A lot of Dragons fans here today as well. By Henderson, over the top Young, over the top Gorrell. 15 metres away from the line, Canberra. At 6-all Withers, and it comes for Mogg, right in centre field, passes for Smith, big question mark on the pass, they're not going to call it back, and Canberra have their second. Well, Smith is usually the try assist, this time he's the try scorer.
Brilliant play here by the Raiders.
Dragons in 2004, Lincoln Withers, then signed long-term early error here by Young. He was put under pressure by Jason Smith, and the Dragons come up with their first error of the half inside the 30.
Square up.
Well, he just dropped it. Stone Cold dropped it. There was plenty of pressure there from Jason Smith out of marker, but a terrible start for the Dragons. They're up against it here, Bossy. They've created a monster in this Raiders team.
Ball in. Stay in, it's out.
Jason Smith. Why is it Jason Smith appears to have so much time to do the things he does? Here's Graham coming back infield.
Because he takes his time. It's a lost art.
And they're in Canberra. Kaler has tackled 11 metres out from the line. This is better than anything they can turn on in Parliament. With it is Wolford. He goes deep to Smith. 15 metres out from the line. Here comes County! Smith is back on. They pull the ace out of the sleeve. They'll check it with a video referee. There's a suggestion. He's knocked on. But what a magician, Jason Smith.
Wheel in the wrecker. Just bring him off the bench. Up comes the Dragons defence. He'll kick him behind. No problem with the offside on this one. And that man again, Carney, who loves playing off Jason Smith. He's got it. He's got it down. Game over. Raiders win. They've been sensational.
Not a fan of his hairdo, Todd Carney, but who cares? He's got a couple of tries.
What about the talent of Jason Smith? Now, he's been sitting on the sideline since the 51st minute. That's his first touch coming back onto the field. He wouldn't have had a stretch. He wouldn't have had a warm-up. Strolls out onto the field, sees the defence come up and just pokes one in behind, saying to the defence, what do you think you're doing rushing up on me?
You're right about the no stretch. It's a good point. He's just sitting down on the bench.
Yeah.
He holds the interchange card. He doesn't even touch his toes before he comes back on. He just strolls out.
He couldn't touch his toes. Nah, a little bit of a wink. He strolled off the bench, cold as you like.
He's at a Gasper.
And just
sausage roll and a drink.
And just poke one in behind the line to wrap it up. That's wonderful.
It is good stuff. He's a throwback to olden times, really, Jason Smith. You've got that movie Wayne's World, you've got Jason's World out in football. He just plays it at his own pace. I think I'm right in saying I think he still smokes a packet a day. I mean, that may have been the habit years ago, and there's not too many players, but, you know, he hasn't got the perfect training ethic, I suppose. He does what he has to do. He's 34 years of age, and he's a marvel. Why wouldn't you sign him up for next year? Somewhere, someplace. Schifowski, 10 metres in from touch. And he is successful. Clinton Schifowski, 25-12 with 5 remaining.
Carney has been living off Jason Smith. He scored an important try last week for the Raiders. off a Smith pass, this time off a Smith pass and now a Smith kick. He's crossed the line. That man there, Jason Smith, they broke the mould when he was born.
And Hornby, and by the way, not for a moment am I suggesting you smoke a packet of the day to be your secret to football success, but it's a hard habit to kick.
25 to 12. 25 to 12 the score, but this has been a shellacking. An absolute shellacking.
Now Wolford on for Tilson. As we've said a number of times, Dragons are close to full strength. Not too many more players they could squeeze back into this side. Jason Smith, there he is again, floats it out wide to one of his speed men. There's the kick again from Graham. Then he was taken down by Gasnier. The President knocks it over. One remaining, 31 to 12. Our man of the match this afternoon, Jason Smith. Just his skill in steering this Canberra side around has been superb, but gee, you could hand out 13 or 14 awards.